in the NFL, possibly one of the dark horses in the NFL, possibly the NFC South champions, and that is the Atlanta Falcons, guys. The Atlanta Falcons, I feel they are kind of one of the most slept on teams in the NFL. They did finish tied with second in the division last season with 7-10. Pretty much everybody was 7-10, but the Bucks last season they were 8-9. But guys, the Atlanta Falcons, they are a very intriguing team. Desmond Ridder is the man. Finally, hopefully, their tight end, what's his face, is finally healthy and can finally catch the ball and do well. What is the tight end's name? Kyle Pitts, right? Hopefully, Kyle Pitts can be healthy. They have Drake London. They have Bijan Robertson, their 8th overall pick, ninth overall pick. Guys, the Falcons got some things cooking, but I had them going 8-9 on the season. It is game improvement. It is a game improvement, but I had them going 8-9 on the season. Just unfortunately, I do not see a lot of things going their way this season, right? I see a lot of close games, but then I also see a lot of blowouts as well. Now, one of the first close games is this week 1 matchup versus the Carolina Panthers. They do win this game simply because the Carolina Panthers are a little overwhelmed. It's a very, very close game, but then we go to week 2 at home versus the Packers. That is a blowout. Week 3, they travel to Detroit to take on the Lions. That is a blowout. Week 4, they're at Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. That is a blowout. But then we got a couple close games. A win versus the Texans, a close game, 3-4 point game. A win over the Commanders, 7-point game. Close loss versus the Bucks coming up week 7. Close loss versus the Titans week number 8. Week number 9. They forget to show up. 3-game losing streak now versus the Vikings. But then they kind of start to turn it around a little bit. They beat the Arizona Cardinals in a nice little slugfest at Arizona. Cardinals are not very good, but the Falcons are not very good at this point either, right? They've kind of just snuck by. Giving us a week 11 bye week, giving us a matchup versus the Saints week 12. They win that game. They travel to New York. They lose to the Jets, but then they beat the Bucks. They lose to the Panthers on the road, beat the Colts, lose to the Bears in Chicago, and then they beat the Saints to end the season, giving them an 8-9 record. It's nothing to be sad about, right? The Falcons are right there. Last year, the Bucks won the division at 8-9. Now, it's not enough to win the division this year, but with that being said, they are an improved team. Desmond Ridder is going to kind of put his pulse on the team. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Robertson are kind of going to start to become this powerful little nucleus in Atlanta. This is going to catapult them into the 24, 25, 26 season when they're probably going to win the division.